Alrighty, boys, welcome back. So, long story short, Ubisoft added PC crossplay to consoles. So, I decided what better way than to start a series where I do step-by-step videos for getting to PC champion while using a controller. Long story short, and so what I was told was that if I have another PC player in my lobby, like if I queue up with another PC player, it'll put me into a more like PC lobby, basically, where like more of the enemy team will be PC players, which is what happened while I was testing this for the first 4 games. And I actually do have 4 games to share with you guys today. I have 2 games where I was solo queue and I played like a mix between like console players and PC players. But it felt like a lot of like when I was solo queue, it felt like I was playing a lot of like regular controller players and like maybe one PC player. But when I had my friend Mr. Hitman get onto PC and play with me, it felt like most of the enemy team was PC players, which made it feel more like a PC lobby. And so my question to you guys is, would you guys want me to do this in a solo queue fashion? Because as of right now, I'm not exactly sure how it works completely. Like if you're solo queue, if it's putting me against like mostly Xbox and PlayStation players and maybe like one, like right here, there's only, in this first game, there's only one PC player on the enemy team. And then the rest of the players are going to be like console and Xbox, long story short. And the way that you can tell is by looking at the Ubisoft. If they only have one Ubisoft or one name on their, when you click on their profile, it means that they're a PC player. But if they have 2, then that means that they're an Xbox player. But also it's like, apparently you can't really tell that easily because the icon doesn't change. But what you'll see in the 3rd game onwards, basically, is that when I had my friend Hitman join me, it put me against mostly PC players. I believe one of the games out of the 2 games that we played, there was like 2 PlayStation players, but then the rest of the players were all PC. So let me know what you guys think about that. Like, would you rather see me do this solo queue or do it in like a duo queue fashion with Mr. Hitman? So that way I'm placed in more PC lobbies. Just let me know what you guys think, and based on what you guys say, I'll move forward with that in mind, long story short. But hope you guys enjoy, and let's get right into the video. But getting us started here into our first game, guys. The first round, nothing really crazy happened. I ended up just dying in a really dumb way, so I decided not to just show that part. But long story short, we're on our second round here. We did end up winning the first round. And long story short, what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to be rappelling up to the master balcony. We're attacking the kid's bomb site. And I'm going to upside down rappel. Now, I do this to swing anybody for trophy. Now, this guy catches me off guard behind the bed inside of master. But I am going to upside down rappel and get a free kill onto him right there, putting us into a nice 5v3. And then normally what I like going for in positions like this is I like putting myself onto the breach like this. And then I like to just hug it and just see if anyone's playing close. And if there isn't anyone playing close, then I'll go ahead and just swing out to hold attic. Now, unfortunately, on this very first game, I get a very aggressive team, so they end up killing everybody, so I'm going to be able to just go ahead and start getting a default plant. The reason why I rotate away from default plant right there, by the way, is because the last person is a Valkyrie. So if I plant like all crazy on default, there's a really good chance that I'll get nitrocelled from below. So that's the main reason why I repositioned to kids, and also the reason why I repositioned into attic, because what you're going to see here is while this plant's going down is my teammate's going to get nitroed from below, which tells me that the Valkyrie was trying to look for a nitrocell, which is what I thought when I went for the plant in the first place. But I go ahead and revive my teammate, and then I believe my teammate ends up finding the last kill right there. Now, honestly, I wasn't going for anything too crazy in terms of like my pushes that I was going for these games. So I decided to pull ace on the 3rd round here and push for a very generic bunker take where I'm going to be playing ace. I'm going to be joining myself in. My goal is to try to take either elbow or pillar. In this first clip, I'm going to be joining here for the bunker. And long story short, elbow's barrack, or it's not even reinforced, it's just soft. So that tells me that we pretty much have a free walk-in for pillar here if my Blackbeard decides to go ahead and just go in. Now he is playing very, very patient here, so I'm going to go ahead and just hold an angle. This guy tries to pre-fire me. He gets a little bit of damage off of me, but that's okay, because once again, my Ash is just going to funnel down backstairs, get himself a couple kills. He does get injured here, and then he starts getting interrogated by a Cavi. I'm going to swing out, get the free kill for Cav right there. Now, apparently there's a guy close on my softball right here on next to the bomb, and my team ends up going ahead and getting that kill right there. So I'm going to go ahead and funnel into sight. I'm going to pick up some rook armor because Apparently they didn't pick up the rook armor, so you know I gotta pick up those plates. And then right here I'm just rotating into laundry here to get a default plant. And the reason why I'm planting here instead of the next to the kill box is because I don't want to get flanked by back stairs. I want to be by my teammates while I'm planting, because that way it'll ensure that nobody can hit me from behind and get a free kill on me. And we end up securing the last kill on this rook for freezer stairs. Now we're going to go ahead and get started on defense here. And at this point I'm pretty much like, yeah, this is like a lot easier than I expected it to be. But long story short, it's going to change on this round because the enemy team is actually going to go for a pretty decent push. And they're actually going to slaughter a lot of my teammates here. And long story short, what's going to end up happening here is I'm going to go ahead and shoot over the top of this attic wall right here. And the reason why I'm opening the top of this is so I can get set up for one of my default nitro cells that I like to do for this bomb site, where I toss a nitro cell into trophy from inside of attic over the reinforced wall. Now, two of my teammates do end up dying on the roam here, which tells me that they're doing a very heavy master take. So I end up tossing my nitro cell. I don't end up getting a kill there for my nitro, unfortunately, but I do know that a lot of the enemy team is pushing master side in this moment. And you're going to see here as I'm going to hold aggressive angle for trophy here, but I'm not going to see anybody. So I'm going to go in and look back towards attic just to make sure no one's pushing me on that front. And then all I want to do here is I just want to try to kill these guys as they try to charge in, because they try to smoke my attic. I swing out. I get shots on a Blackbeard and an Ayana, but unfortunately they do end up hitting a plant on us by big window, actually, for context. And long story short, I know there's two people stuck in this corner by default plant, so I'm going to go ahead and just wait here and get myself a free kill on the Blackbeard swinging out. I know Ayana's in that corner as well, so I go ahead and reload, reposition, and then the Ayana swings out on me right here. I get myself a free kill onto her. Now it's a 2v1 position. And then, long story short, the last one is actually injured in this position. He's actually injured by the couch right here. I'm going to go ahead and finish him, and then that's going to be GG's on this first game, and we get into our next one. Now, getting us started into our next game here, we're on Emerald Plains, and if you guys have watched the step-by-step videos before, you'll know that I love to do this Nomad play, where I play Nomad, and I like to get my drone up on this balcony, where you can put it up in the, basically like the scaffolding for skylight for library. And long story short, the idea with this Nomad push is that I want to get air jab sit down for library, and I want to get a sit down for site doorway, and then I want to look for a air jab inside a site by the rotate hole, so that way I can get a default plant next to the half wall, and then I can play off of those air jabs to win us the round. Now, I made a blunder on the very first round where I actually got killed very early on during this push. So moving on into the second round here, we're going to be doing the same exact push, but this time I'm going to be a little bit more careful and not die early to somebody from a window. And long story short, the previous round, there was a Melusi that was playing inside a library. So right here, I'm just looking to see if that guy is playing the same location again. I'm going to shoot through this window right here for library and shoot the default cam, because it's a really easy default cam to get off rip right there. And then I'm going to go ahead and hop on my drone once again. I'm going to see Melusi playing in library once again, giving yellow pings to my Flores that's over by archives here. And I'm going to be trying to get him to try to funnel his way into getting a kill. But right here, you're going to see I'm going to air jab the library double door, air jab the site doorway. And then right here, I just got to worry about killing this Melusi. And then I pretty much have an execute if I can clear a green hallway for site where I can plant behind the half wall. But right here, I'm just trying to get my Flores to swing, but he's not swinging. So what I'm going to do here is I see him walking back towards me, so I'm going to go ahead and swing my window here. He's going to try to jump off the scaffolding or the balcony right there, and I'm going to go ahead and get myself a free kill onto him. Now we're in a nice 4v3 position. And so in this type of position where it's a nice 4v3 position, all I got to do is go check to see if green hallway is clear. And if it is, then I basically have a site execute. Right here, I'm not seeing anybody inside a site, so what I can do in this position is I can go ahead and walk up on the site doorway, and then I'm going to be able to toss some flashbangs in the site to try to get one of my air jabs down next to the doorway right there. I'm going to go ahead and start hitting a plant here, and if they walk up on me, they're going to hit that air jab because there's nothing they can do about it. He hits the air jab, I'm going to go ahead and swing out, get myself a free kill on the castle right there. Now we're hitting another plant. The last guy is off in Narnia by my teammates before a gallery, and then my teammates go ahead and finish the kill right there, and we secure the round. Now we're on to the third round here, and long story short, the enemy team goes back to the exact same bomb site. Not sure what they're going for here, but long story short, we have the same pre-placed drone for the library scaffolding, And we're going to be looking to put our air jabs up in the exact same way as before, because like I said, if I can get in that deep and green hallway is clear, it's basically a free execute right here. I'm checking the spawn peak for the archives doorway, and then I'm going to be walking up. I'm going to be looking to shoot the camera for library here. I don't see anybody in library, so I'm going to go to the window here. I'm going to shoot the default cam for library with a little bit of a shots right there, but that's okay. And then we're going to go ahead and open up this window here using Nomad's gun. And I actually have found new love for this this AR, by the way. With when you're playing against players that you feel like are just not as good as you, I feel like it's a great option because it just has more bullets. So I go ahead and put out my air jabs there, and I'm using the AR here to open up the barricades. I still have bullets left over. Now, there is a chance someone could have ran out of me on that doorway right there, but I had faith that nobody would. So right here, once again, guys, we're just joining our site. We're just checking to see if it's all clear. It is all clear, so I'm going to go ahead and walk up on the site doorway, hit a Legion Mine. I'm going to pull it out here. 5v2 position. Once again, we have another one of those teams that are just very aggressive, so they're just killing everyone by the time I get this execute going. And long story short, we're going to put a flashbang over by the rotate here, and then we're going to put an air jab down, and then I'm going to go ahead and hit a plant in this corner once again, because like I said, there's not really much they can do about it. The only way they can push me is by going through a green hallway or by going into my air jabs, which they can't really do in this position. So I go ahead and I hit that plant, and then I rotate out, and then now I can just play off of my air jabs. It's pretty much GG's. Last guy's green hallway. I'm going to let my teammates swing him, and we secure the round. Now we're on defense. We're going to be defending the console bomb site, the exact same bomb site that they were going for as well, where we're going to be playing Malusi. And the reason why I'm playing Malusi here, guys, instead of like one of my other usual operators like Mute or Legion, is because I actually got a comment from someone asking me to get a how to play Malusi video out there. So I go ahead and just have been playing Malusi here and there on the side, just so that way I can try to get some kind of video out for that person in particular. But long story short, putting my Malusis down in a very ordinary fashion here for sight. I'm mostly centering them around the green stairs, green hallway for sight, basically, because I want to shut down this side of the map as much as I can, long story short, and I want to play over by green stairs here. Now my teammates decided to put barbed wire on top of me, which I think is a little bit silly since I have a Malusi here. But long story short, I tried to Amaro this window, and I end up getting myself a free kill into him. Now for context, my teammates end up dying all over the place on the other side of the map, and they end up getting a plant over by admin side, and we end up losing the round. So I'm going to go ahead and cut to the next round here, because the only thing that actually happened for like relevancy for me for this specific site was that I ended up killing that Amaru, and that was it. Now the enemy team actually planted over by the CEO office on the window, so I go ahead and make a rotate hole in this wall for meeting. And the reason why I'm doing this is just so that way they feel a little bit extra pressure if they try to do the exact same push again. And then my rook is going to go ahead and reinforce the wall right next to it, so that way there's a little foothold right there. I'm going to play one of my Banshees next to the window, because like I said, this is where they executed on the previous round. And then I'm pretty much going to be doing the same Malusis as last time, where I'm going to put one for green hallway next to the doorway on the walk-in right here for the double door. And then I want to put another one next to site doorway. I'm going to see here that my teammates barricaded this doorway, which is kind of strange, but it's okay. We'll put another Malusi right here on this doorway on the left side of it, so when they walk in, like how I do for the default plant, they'll hit that air jab or that Malusi. And long story short, I put in my last one for the green stairs. I like to put it high up on the green stairs because I feel like it basically will make it harder for them to be able to just shoot it and then run away. So if I put it higher up, I can swing off of it the moment that they trigger it, is the idea. Now I fast forward a bit in this clip to the part where they start thermiting the wall right next to me here for next to the green stairs inside of site for admin. And basically in this type of position, these guys are going to start spamming smokes on this breach here, and they're trying to look for some kind of play where they can just walk in with like a glass and a thermite plants, I assume is what they're looking for. So what I'm doing here is I'm just rotating back to the green stairs. All I got to do here is just wait for them to run out of smoke grenades. They are going to toss like, I think like 5 smoke grenades over here to try to hold me in this position, or try to look for picks for walking into site. I don't think they know I'm here though in this position, because they don't clear a green hallway, like they don't drone it or anything. So all I got to do in this type of position here is just wait for the smoke to clear and just peek aggressively, because there's a really good chance they won't know I'm here just because of the nature of they haven't actually like droned me out yet. So right here, the smoke clears. I go ahead and swing. I get myself a free kill on the breach right there. Then I'm gonna swing again because I just killed someone on the breach. They probably won't expect me to swing again, so I swing again, kill the thermite right there. Now it's a 2v3 position. Bombs down outside the breach. My Melusi triggers for this hallway right here while I get Draco track, so I know there's going to be a guy swinging me, so I go ahead and pick up that kill right there off the gridlock, or the Melusi gadget. And then there's going to be one guy that's bottom green here. He ends up swinging up. I shoot his head right there and put it into a 2v1 position, which is fantastic for us. Now, since I know I have diffuser, all I got to do is just wait it out and see where the last guy is. Last guy is actually pushing meeting in this position, and basically in this position, I didn't know that we didn't have a rota here. I probably should have made one, but I'm just holding this doorway here until I get audio of him in the meeting. Then I'm going to impact the wall. Right here, I was hoping I could kill him off of opening it, but I don't end up getting the kill right here, so I'm going to go ahead and peek it. I get hits on him, and then he hits me, and then I'm like, all right, you know what? Since I'm 1 HP, I'm going to go ahead and tuck myself in his corner, make him play for the plant. He runs right past me, and we secure the round and secure the second game. Now, for Game 3 and Game 4, I actually got my friend Mr. Hitman JDA to get online. He was playing over on PC, and what I was told was that if I have Hitman in my lobby while he's on PC, then I'll get more PC players in my lobby, so it'll make it for like a more interesting experience. So like right here on this first game, we're going to be playing against a 5-stack of PC players just purely. So my question to you guys basically is do you guys want to see me do this purely solo queue, or do you think it would be a good idea to duo queue with Mr. Hitman and try to get as many PC lobbies as possible on the grind to champ? Now, if you guys don't know who Hitman JDA is, he's another content creator on this platform, and he also does a whole lot of Siege content as well, and he's also like one of the players that I play with on a daily basis. So you could say that this is like, you know what I mean, a lot of these games are a lot more easier than it would be if I was solo queuing, just because I have another player in my lobby who I have heavy chemistry with. So let me know what you guys think about that. Like, do you want to see duo queue, or do you want me to just do pure solo queue? Let me know what you guys think. But getting us started into this game, guys, we're going to be coming out of spawn here. I'm playing Zero here. Now, normally I don't really play Zero, but I figured since I'm only duo queue with Mr. Hitman here, that if I play an operator like Zero, it's probably okay, because we're not going to be looking to get that much chemistry with our randoms. So I think Zero is an okay idea here, because I can put claymores for my jump outs here while I'm going to be playing the rappel, and I also have the Gon 6 for any utility like a Zami, playing on like the hatch, for example. And you know what I mean? Like, there's just that option. And then also I have a lot of cameras, so I can use that with my teammate, Mr. Hitman, and we can give callouts to each other in case we do need it for this round. Now, I usually start rounds like this by getting on the piano window right here. And the reason why I'm here is because I'm looking to see if any Azami players are playing on the hatch, and I want to be able to place some zero cams inside a piano as well. And that's like the main reason why I'm playing here, is because I want to get control of this side of the map. So I shoot out most of my cameras here. I'm going to get one more inside of CS right here. Nobody's peeking me, so I can safely get this camera out. I see one guy inside of the closet right here, so I know I need to get on the other rappel to watch into CS here. And then what you're going to see here is I'm going to do a very classic wallbang into CS here to kill anyone playing inside the closet. And you're going to see me right there. I'm going to get a free kill on them right there. And then now we know that piano's clear. We know that CS is clear. Now it's time for me to start rappelling in while my teammates are funneling in from red. And so I'm going to go ahead and rappel in right here. And then we're going to go ahead and use our Gon 6 to get rid of this Banshee on the default plant. And then I want to use my zero cams for the white hallway here, so that way no one walks up while we're playing here. And I'm just getting on it right away. For some reason it didn't go any more off to the right there, so I couldn't check over by plywood, but that's okay. As long as I can deny them from walking up on the hallway with my camera, then we're still in really good shape. Right here, I'm going to get on my drone right now, so that way I can actually check for plywood. There's a Valkyrie on the white stairs, so all I'm doing here is getting on an angle. I start getting spotted, so I'm looking for a Valcam right here, and I get the Valcam right away. It's a very generic spot for Valcam, so I already knew that there was a good chance it would be there. And then right here, I'm going to put another zero cam, and I'm also going to spot a Valcam on this little, like, what is that? What would that be called? Like I don't know. But anyway, there's a Valcam there, and we got rid of it right there. And then right here, I'm going to go ahead and shoot the default cam. Now we know that the last guy's over by Cocktail in this position, so we're looking for a plant now. because there's not really much he can do to stop it as long as we hold crosses. And then he actually tries to flank CS here, and I'm going to go ahead and swing around, get the refrag on Mr. Hitman, and we secure the round. Now, just to save you guys a little bit of time and also save me a little bit of time, I end up playing Ace on the next round here, and I pretty much do the exact same push, except this time instead of using 0, I'm using Ace, and I'm going to be opening up the red wall, doing the exact same claymores, doing the exact same repel, and long story short, it's pretty much the exact same push. And my teammates end up just flooding them outright. I don't get any kills, but we do end up securing this round. Now, for context for this next clip, guys, we're going to be attacking the bakery bomb site, and I am going to be pushing through bakery with Mr. Hitman. And the idea with this is that since we're not 5-stacking and we're only duo queue, it'll be a lot easier for me and him to take bakery because we're very accustomed to doing it in a 5-stack. And it's a lot simpler. It's very easy to do with just a duo queue setting. So I'm going to go ahead here. I'm going to drone in for bakery here. I'm going to check small bake, make sure nobody's there. My teammate walks in and clears the space, Mr. Hitman, which is fantastic. I'm going to open up prep right here, and then I'm also going to open up the main wall. Then I'm going to get back on my drone once again. I'm going to be moving my drone for red hallway, so it's behind this little table, so that way my teammates can get on it when they die. Prep door is castled off right here, and then the red head holes are actually reinforced, so that means we actually have a free walk in here because site is clear. And then right here, all I'm looking for is to see if anybody's peeking me over by freezer. They're not, so I'm going to go ahead and walk over towards default plant. The echo actually does spot me right there, and I wanted to go for a plant right here, but it's kind of awkward since the castle is on me, and so I decided to go ahead and swing out. My teammate ends up picking off that guy, and then I'm going to go ahead and start sticking a plant here with my IQ as being cover. So then I hit the plant right here. We get the plant down. Now it's a 3v2 position. I'm going to get back on my drone again because I didn't get any audio of anybody pushing me. I see the cav pushing in on the double door here, so I'm going to go for the wall bang. And then since he's not aggressively challenging me here, I can assume that he's on this like head glitch. I somehow don't get the headshot right there, but we do end up swinging again and getting the headshot right there and securing the round. And just so you guys are aware, the reason why I know Cavi is there is because of the fact that he didn't aggressively challenge me on the double door, so it makes sense for him to hop over the little like counter and get onto that head glitch to peek me that way, because it's like, you know what I mean, if they're not instantly challenging, that probably means they have a more passive mindset, if that makes sense. Now in this next round, guys, I'm going to be fast forwarding through the prep time here, but basically, to sum it up, I'm just doing a very generic mute jammer setup for CS, where I'm going to be playing inside of the cubby. I'm going to be reinforcing the hatch. I'm placing my mute jammers all around me, so that way I can stop any drones. And then I'm putting my last mute jammer by the red wall. And the reason why I'm doing it like this is so that way it's harder to shoot it from rappel. Now, however, the one thing that's bad about this mute jammer is they can technically ace charge down the middle of the red wall and get the wall open. But that's not really that big of a deal in the grand scheme of things because I'm going to be playing CS in the first place. Right here, I'm trying to do my signature nitro cell. I'm just waiting for a little bit of audio of anybody coming up to the roof. And I thought I heard him get up to the top, but he didn't, and I ended up missing the nitro cell right there. And then, like I said, I'm going into the CS to play inside of the closet here, and then I have the shotgun here. And basically, all I'm doing here is, when I play this position, I like to look towards the left, and if any drones drop in front of me, like how that happened, I'll shoot it. But I want it, when people drop this hatch, typically they're going to fall on the left side of this doorway for a standing gunfight, okay? So, as long as they're not, like, prone dropping, you should be able to get free kills here all day long, okay? Now, nobody ends up dropping, but somebody does drop the new hatch here, which is the Amaro. He runs right into sight, onto default plant. I swing into shotgun, get myself a free kill onto him because he's not expecting me to be there to challenge him. And then once again, back into CS closet. We're just going to be waiting for anybody trying to drop so that we can use the shotgun. I end up hitting a Blackbeard right there on the red stairs, so I'm like, okay, I need to fall back now because if there's a Blackbeard playing right there, it's going to be very, very awkward to take that gunfight with him while I'm in the closet because he can just challenge me aggressively. Right there, the Blackbeard tries to push up. I swing with my SMG-11. I get myself a free kill on him. Now it's a 4v2 position. There's one guy actually below in pillar in this position. I'm actually getting audio for it from below the holes. You're going to see right here. He's just below the holes. I don't know why, but I'm going to go ahead and drop on his head, and then I'm going to light him up to 1 HP, and my teammate's going to follow up and get the kill onto him. Then I'm going to walk up red. My teammate's going to go ahead and swing, secure the last guy right there, and we finish the game 5-0, which is very nice. Now, to be honest, guys, on my fourth game, I didn't really play particularly well. We do end up winning, but I didn't play particularly well. I'll show you guys the one and only kill that I got for this game. For context, there's a Blackbeard that's trying to push down my blue stairs here. And long story short, what I want to do is when he's walking down secret and he's trying to play aggressive, I just want to nitro cell, but I'm using that as bait so I can swing him aggressively. I get myself a free kill into him, and we end up, I believe we end up losing this round because it turns into a 1v3 because I end up selling my body to dirt. But anyway, guys, you know, that's just how it goes sometimes. You know, you get one kill for the game, but your team ends up locking in and you end up, you know what I mean, getting carried to a victory or whatever you want to call it. I go 1-3 to finish this game. We do end up winning 4-1, which is fantastic. And, yeah, honestly, overall, it wasn't too bad of a game. But, yeah, I kind of did terrible. But anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think about this series. Like, should I do this fully solo queue, or should I get Mr. Hitman to get on a PC account to try to get more PC players in my lobby? Let me know what you guys think. Also, if you guys like this idea, you know, please let me know any feedback. The main thing that I'm kind of conflicted about right now that I really want advice on is, like, do you guys want to see every single game that I win or lose in a step-by-step fashion? Or do you guys only want to see, like, the important games where I like frag out a lot, or I do a lot of special things, you know what I mean, that type of thing. Please let me know what you guys think about it. Let me know what you guys think in terms of like what I should make this series about. But if you guys enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace!